What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. My name is Eddie Scott, aka Say Less Ed, co-founder of the Say Less Lifestyle clothing brand. Started this clothing brand 2 years ago with my cousin. The growth has been tremendous, crazy, lit, spontaneous, joyful. You feel me? And everything that we learned in building this brand, I just want to share with you guys, because you may be the next one. You may be somebody that wants to start your own clothing brand or even your own e-commerce store, any other business, whatever it may be. The only way you can be successful is if you learn the keys that can make you successful. Success leaves clues. Without any further ado, let me stop chatting. Y'all see the title, 7 Secrets to Promote Your Clothing Brand in 2023. It's not even 2023 yet, so I'm giving you that future sauce, you feel me? Let's get right into these 7 secrets. Number 1, get in the streets. We're in a day and age where, yes, the internet is so powerful. Social media is taking over. Social media has helped our brand get to where it is today. But before any of that, we started in the streets. What do I mean by in the streets? We didn't just rely on the online store. We didn't just rely on running ads. We didn't just rely on posting stuff on TikTok. We were in the streets with it, literally in the streets. Whenever we saw people, we would say, hey, check out our clothing brand, Say Less Lifestyle. We got a bunch of these business cards off of Vistaprint. Get you some business cards for your brand that has your brand logo, what your brand is all about. Even get like a QR code where people can go check you out, and just your social media and your website. Keep it real simple. You can even do things like get some wristbands. These wristbands maybe cost like 50 cents a wristband. Just buy 100, 200, 500 of them. Get a bunch of them made, you feel me? That got your brand logo, maybe got your social media handles on the other side, and just hand them out to people. People love free stuff. So just be like, yo, perfect combo right here. Business card, wristband, and my guy, check out my clothing brand. Check us on TikTok, Instagram, boomboomboom.com. Simple. And now that person has an automatic connection with your brand. A lot of people want to say no. A lot of people are going to be like, no, I'm good. But the people that really rock with you and will rock with your brand will go check you out. They'll take a card. They see your socials. If your brand is looking official, they want to go check you out. So, that's one thing that we did. We would travel across the country. We go to Chicago, New York City, places like that. And we would do pop-up shops. And those pop-up shops were big for us, just for getting our brand out there. The first pop-up shop we did in Chicago, we didn't get a permit. We didn't do anything official or anything. We really just bought a table from Walmart for $30. Put all the merch that we had on us in our backpacks and in a duffel bag, carried it with us to downtown Chicago, set up the table, and literally got to action. 99 t-shirts, check us out. 300K on TikTok, Say Less Lifestyle. Motivating people to do more and say less. Just telling people what our brand was all about. We maybe were there for 4 or 5 hours. The amount of people, the amount of foot traffic that saw our brand in that moment, crazy. You see what I'm saying? So get to where the people are. Get in front of people. Get your brand in front of people. Like I said, yes, social media and the internet is very powerful, but it's something about that in-person connection where people can relate with not only the brand in person, but with you. A lot of times people will buy from your brand because of who you are as a person. So get out on the streets, do stuff like giving out business cards, set up a pop-up shop if you can. Let people feel your clothing, feel what you got going on, one-on-one, have that one-on-one connection with you. That's so powerful, and that memory is going to stick with them forever. And that leads to repeat customers. So last time I'm saying is get in the streets. It's okay if you're shy. It's okay if you're nervous. We've all been there. But you got to have a reason why that's going to push you above those emotions. So you got to do what you got to do in order to get what you want to get. So yeah, step number 1, get in the streets. Get your brand in front of people. Number 2 secret to promoting your clothing brand. You have to understand that content is king. Content is king. I'm gonna say that one more time for you. Content is king. So as much as I just said, yes, besides social media, you need to be getting in the streets and in person. Listen, it's 2022. title of the video is 2023. It's 2023. You need to be online. You need to be on social media. That's going to be your key to success right there. Just post. Post as much as possible. When you're first starting out, you should literally be posting 1 to 3 times a day. Really, you should be posting 3 times a day. I'm not going to say minimum. You just want to be consistent. That's a big part of it. Just be consistent. You don't want to go on a posting spree where you post 7 times in one day and you don't post again for another month, and you come back and then post 3 times and then go 2 days without posting and then post once. And then, you just got to be consistent. That's how the algorithm is going to pick you up, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You got to be consistent. And, in building my brand, we're at the point now where, all glory to God, we have over 500,000 followers on TikTok, over 500K followers on TikTok, and over 70K followers on Instagram. We built that up in the span of a year, really. Our brand has been out for 2 years, but that social media growth has really came within the span of a year. That all came from being consistent, posting as much and as consistently as possible. And this is the biggest thing right here, providing an immense amount of value to our audience. And so the first step with that is knowing who your audience even is. With our brand, our motto is do more, say less, work in silence, such results through the talking. Our demographic is like athletes, go-getters, people that want to be motivated to go after their dreams and their goals. Like, that's our target audience. So we know what type of content to provide them. So when we started on TikTok, we didn't, back when we weren't so sure about, what our purpose was behind our brand and what we really wanted to do with our content, we was just posting like whatever. If we saw somebody doing some fancy dance on TikTok, we try to do the dance just like with our merch in it, thinking that people want to follow us or buy our merch. Because you gotta set yourself apart. You have to know your reason why. What's your reason why you're posting content on social media? I kid you not, literally the day that we figured out our reason why, we realized that we wanted to motivate people to do more and say less. People need motivation to be great. People need motivation to go after their goals. And so we just said, hey, let's stop trying to go viral and let's just provide as much value as possible to our target audience. We posted a video. At that point, we maybe had 2,000 followers that we had got like over a span of maybe like 6 months. I kid you not, the day we said we're going to stop trying to go viral and just provide as much value as possible, we posted a motivational video of somebody, a famous rapper that was talking about what our brand was all about. Posted that video, turned off our phones, came back like 3 hours later, and we had literally gained 10,000 followers, and the video was at like 100,000 views, and later ended up hitting like 500,000 views. That just shows you the power of knowing your reason why. So when it comes to this content, figure out your reason why. If your brand is about fitness, post a lot of content about people working out in the gym or giving motivation. If your brand is about beauty or fashion, you should be posting content that is helping people to become their best selves physically, look their best. If you have a business that's about education, you should be educating people through your content. And at the end of the day, just stay true to yourself. People react to authenticity. So when you are your true self and you put that on camera or you put that in your content, people are going to rock with it because of who you are and what your brand is all about. So content is king. Post every day on social media, or just be consistent at least. Just be consistent. Even if you post once every other day, that's amazing. Just be consistent. And also, you want to figure out what your theme is going to be. So like with us, if you go on our Instagram page, on our Instagram feed, you'll see we have a consistent theme to where, 2 days out of the week, we'll post motivational content like text on the screen. And then on the third day, we'll post like a picture of our clothing that's promoting our clothing. If you go on our TikTok, you'll see it's like a very common theme where it's like that black and white, whether it's myself or my cousin Trenton talking, giving motivation, it's all very consistent, very clear, and it's very appealing to the eye. And that's what gets people to engage with your brand on social media. So take all those things into account. Be consistent. Know your reason why I was posting. Get yourself a good theme and just post. Have fun with it. Be creative. Look to other people that are successful on social media. Look to other brands that are in your space that are successful on social media success leaves clues. Do what they're doing. Don't strictly copy them, but get inspiration from these people and go for it. Secret number 3, and this one may be harder for some people than others depending on the area that you're in, but this was a great experience for us, and I would highly recommend it to anybody that is able to for your brand. Get an in-person location. All glory to God, we just opened up a full retail store in our local mall in Niagara Falls a couple months ago. But even before that, at the beginning of 2022, we had got a kiosk inside of the Walden Galleria Mall in Buffalo, New York. And before we had that kiosk, our brand was doing all right. We were blowing up on social media. We were getting a few orders here and there, being consistent. But our brand hadn't really taken off yet. But when we got that kiosk in the mall, that's what turned our brand into a 6-figure business. It's the same thing with secret number 1 about getting in the streets. All these people were walking past our kiosk every single day. If the mall was open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., within a given hour, maybe like 100 to 200 people would pass our kiosk. So you can only imagine on any given day, over a span of a week or a span of months, how many people will see your brand if you have a kiosk in the mall. And let me know. I'm thinking about dropping a video talking exclusively about how to open a kiosk inside the mall for your brand. But yeah, I'll definitely say if you have the opportunity, go ahead and do that. It's basically like having a store, but it's easier to get into. It's easier to set up, a lot lower cost. You don't have to have as much inventory. And it's really just great for people to see your brand, new people to see your brand that wouldn't have seen your brand otherwise. It's just a bunch of little things, little steps, whether it's handing out your business cards in the streets, posting on social media, having an in-person location, all these things come together. And when they come together, it makes your brand so powerful. So yeah, if you definitely have the opportunity, get you a kiosk in the mall. For us, it only costs us about like $1,500 a month. Didn't have to have too much inventory. You definitely want to have a good amount of inventory, but we didn't have too much inventory. We just had a good amount. And that experience was incredible. Out there in Buffalo, New York, we would have NFL players from the Buffalo Bills football team that would come through to the kiosk. We even had Desi Banks, famous comedian on social media. He came through, cashed out, supported, so many people. We even had one dude, he rocked our brand so much. He spent $500 at one time at our kiosk. He wiped out our whole inventory we had at the kiosk for the day because he rocked with our brand that much. Opportunities like that, those opportunities don't come around if you're just online. Those opportunities happen for us because we had that kiosk in the mall. So yeah, secret number 3 to promoting your brand, get you an in-person location. If you're in an area where that's not really a possibility, whether it's really saturated, like you're in a big city, or it's just not a lot going on in your hometown, that's cool. Don't worry about it. You can always look to, move and expand later. But if you do have the opportunity, just go for it full force. Just be persistent. Reach out to your local mall. Say, hey, I have a clothing brand, or I have a business. We've been in business for such and such years, and we're looking to get a kiosk space inside your mall. Just build a relationship with the leasing manager. Like I said, I'll probably drop a more detailed video later on the exact steps that we took to get our kiosk and how you can do it. But yeah, you just gotta be persistent and just have that strong desire for your brand. There'd be days where my cousin and I would sit there at that kiosk for hours, literally 11 to 7 all day, just sit there. And there'd be days where we would get 0 sales, people just walk past and not even look at our kiosk. And then there'll be days where we would make a couple $1,000s off of the kiosk. You know what I'm saying? You just have to have that strong desire about your brand, that desire to see your brand succeed. And that all comes from your reason why. What's your reason why for having this brand? If it's just to make a lot of money, that's cool, but that's not going to motivate you for too long. But if your motivation for your brand is to leave an impact, to leave a lasting impact on other people, to make people's lives better through your brand message, that's always going to motivate you. It's always going to keep you moving forward, because because there's always people that will be depending on you and your brand. So secret number 3, get an in-person location if you can.